Oh boy, I can't wait to see what's in here. Maybe they should ban these.
This is United A-Holes, a video cast discussing cultural topics with no filter.
Welcome back to Area 41, Gabe Newell's favorite spot on the internet. So we've got a special guest tonight. Brent, do you want to do an introduction for this guy? Because you know him better than the rest of us.
I sure do. I was there the day he was born. This is my son, Michael. I'll skip his middle name because he hates it, Underhill.
That's the weirdest middle name.
Is it Aloysius?
It's David.
No. You had to say it. Why did you have to say it?
Okay, Dave.
Dad.
Okay, Dave.
So Brent was there the day you were born. Who was there the day you were conceived? That's the question.
I don't think there's a lot of question there. Look at the
I was
boy.
going to say, he's basically my clone.
You're done fucked, cat. Okay. So anyway, you came to us with a little bit of an idea, and I think it's an interesting topic. A few of us here are gamers. I think the majority of us are gamers, to be honest. And we've all experienced the mighty loot crate in a video game to some degree, I'm sure.
Yes.
One
Mystery
of those.
boxes, as I opened for the intro. By the way,
So-
I got
There's a
Storm.
ton of them. There's Loot Crate, Nerd Block.
Yeah.
Oh,
So why don't you give us a breakdown of what your topic, where you want us to get really into the meat of this, sir?
So for a couple of years now, there have been a lot of places trying to either ban or limit the sale of virtual loot boxes under the guise that it causes early age gambling. And I was paying attention a little bit to it when it got banned in places like Belgium and Netherlands. And it didn't really pay too much mind to me because I figured it's elsewhere.
Because
So it
fuck
affect me.
other countries.
Yeah, I have friends in Netherlands, so. But recently, in the States, there's
Joke
some-
rescinded, Michael. Understood.
Attack here, Josh.
Okay.
In the States,
It's okay, we won't interrupt.
yeah, they're liars.
there's a guy trying to pass a bill to ban them all throughout all the countries and states, or the different states there. And that's when it really hit me that this could become a reality, that they just phase them out completely and ban them. So I was doing some research, and Google and Apple Store, both of them require you to release your chances. China was originally like that, and then they've recently banned them altogether. Japan has introduced some regulations, so anyone, like Dad has a bunch of Spider-Man cards, and if you have them all together, they form one big picture. In Japan, that's actually illegal.
Brent.
In Japan, it's actually illegal. If you have something that collects together into one item, you can't have it.
But they invented Voltron.
Fuck. God, they invented robots.
G-Force.
So
What is
if you buy a package of Spider-Man cards over there, they can't sell the ones that have got, okay, this is corner one of that picture. So
Right.
that you could buy the cards, but you can't buy. Can they just not put that card in? Is that sort of the deal? They can't sell.
I don't
them, right?
understand that. What
Because it's
And I refuse to try!
because it's a chance.
and I dare you to bring it up again. No, but like, what are these loot boxes you're talking about? Because I don't know.
Okay.
In the games, you mean?
Yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
what are you talking about?
So you know, like, you're a gamer, aren't you?
Not really.
Oh, God.
Do you know Overwatch?
I've heard the name, and I have a basic idea of what kind of game it is.
Overwatch is a good example. They have virtual boxes that you could open, and most of them are earned.
In-game boxes.
Yep.
You earn them in the game?
You can earn them, but you can also purchase them. And,
With real money. You
Okay.
put it on your credit card.
and you have a chance of getting a skin, an emote, a spray, that type
Okay.
of stuff, and you use them in-game. But for Overwatch, they have no real-world value. And the reason they're trying to market it as gambling is because you have no idea what you're going to get, you don't know what your chances are, and you spend, I think with Overwatch, it's like $5 a box.
Okay.
See what you get. You could get something really piss poor you don't want, or you could get something...
At the end of the day, don't you still just not get anything?
Nothing physical.
Yeah.
I get the enjoyment of having an item.
Can you get a weapon in any of these games that now gives you an advantage over everybody else because it fires better?
In
you get
some
something
games,
that it-
yes, but not the Overwatch example.
Right.
Okay.
But in
Star
some
Wars
games, that's a
Battlefront,
general
yeah.
thing.
yeah.
EA got shut down that so fast. I think it was 2 months past, and they had to rework their entire system
For what?
Star
for
Wars
EA
Battlefront.
because they had star
that
cards,
was a huge.
and the star cards were increasing your stats, giving you better items, that type of
Turning
stuff.
radius on your ships.
Yeah, and they were like, people were pissed about it, and they just shut it right down.
Yeah.
So what's your position on it? Are you pro Loot Crate or pro banning Loot Crate?
My position on it, because the reason I brought this, I have not seen a single comment, a single politician, nobody mentioned the mystery boxes, like the little Marvel one that I opened today. For that reason, I have no idea, but I believe if you're going to ban the virtual ones, you should ban the physical ones, because it's the same thing. It's still gambling. It's still access to kids, and that's what they're focusing on is early age gambling.
Okay.
And these are much more accessible, in my opinion.
They're
You walk
toys.
around the store, and it's right there on the shelf.
Yeah, you don't need a credit card.
My kids cost me a small fortune a few years ago on the
I don't-
Minecraft ones.
Yep.
I
There you
don't
go.
see how it is gambling. Because you get something regardless. Is there the potential to buy one of these boxes in game and get nothing?
You're never going to get nothing. You might get something that you don't want.
But whatever.
But what he
So you
like-
might get something you already have.
right.
Some games
So
don't allow
it's
that.
worthless.
Is
he really-
that gambling though?
He really wanted Wolverine,
Sure.
so he could go buy another box tonight and get another Storm, and then buy
Sure.
another box and get the Beast and buy another box.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
I do.
constantly making that
Yeah,
$5 or $10
okay.
purchase
Fair enough.
to get to what you really. I really want Mario for the Nintendo box.
Yeah.
because that's my favorite character, and
But I got Peach.
I've got 500 Yoshis, and my bank account's empty.
Okay.
But
I
okay, so I'm going to revert that idea though to a previous point in my life, and probably your life. You remember doing this. How many times did you ask your parents for a quarter at the old mall in Woodstock, and walk up to a little machine, and you put your quarter in, and you turn the little dial, and a little thing come out, and it might have a sticky hand or an Indian rubber ball,
Fucking
or
like tattoos.
or tattoos or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
And you had one thing in there that you wanted.
Oh yeah, the coolest stuff was on the little card,
Yeah, yeah.
all sealed in plastic, and that
the
stuff
very
never
top.
came out.
So I mean, that was the previous version of these little boxes.
That's
It's just
true,
moved to a
and,
higher
and
price.
clearly that ruined our lives.
Oh yeah,
You
destroyed
and I are
us.
destitute, right? Because
Yeah.
we put quarters in a machine and hope.
Well, I'm
for
not rich, if that's what you're saying. And if that's the cause of it, and I go back in time, I'm going to break every one of those little machines.
And that's all I'm going to do.
That's all I'm going to do.
Randy just walks in with a baseball bat and starts hitting things.
We're like, what's going on? The future traveler coming
But
to
what
destroy
about
all of our
Hitler,
toys.
Mr. Ross? Hitler.
No, it's these damn quarter turn
These
machines.
are what killed.
It's 1975, and there's a kid just wailing on a machine, like
Give me
them
back
away.
my quarter.
So, what's your take on it, Ryan? I know you're more of a gamer, and you've encountered these more than even I have.
Yeah, from a gaming perspective, I am against loot crates, especially the ones you have to buy, not earn.
I understand that, and I'm sort of on the fence with it. I enjoy the euphoria of getting something nice, but I also enjoy being able to go, oh, that's what I want, and just purchase it.
Exactly. I don't mind earning rewards, but earning the chance at a reward is not fun for me.
Right.
And games should be fun.
What was the one you got here a while ago?
CSGO.
Yeah, talk about that.
CSGO comes under fire the most out of all of them because the actual items you get, you can sell on the Steam store.
Right.
For
Really?
yes.
Yes.
So I unboxed an item about a month ago. It was an AK-47 in the style of Bloodsport. It was worth $60. I spent $2.50.
60 real world dollars.
Yes.
60
I
real
still have
dollars.
$50 in my Steam from it.
There's a
He sold it.
real
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't
And
realize
Wasn't
that.
Team Fortress 2 doing the same thing with
Yep.
hats and
The
stuff?
I
hats.
still do.
It
I
was
still have
ridiculous.
$100 worth of hats.
I think the second actual money becomes involved, it's like, nope. Like,
The other reason it's for CSGO exclusively that came under fire is there's a lot of sites that allow you to illegally gamble those skins on winning
Right.
teams and then double your rewards or lose them. And that's what they're trying to look at. And a lot of companies have tried suing Valve over that. There was recently one in the States that tried to sue them over it. I don't know where it got or if it's still being sorted out, but that's another
So
huge
yeah,
thing.
this pseudo maybe gambling has turned into actual gambling on some of these
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
wow.
That's crazy. Who's paying the $60 for the skin?
There's people out there that go, I want this skin. They
The
spend
same
$60
people that are
and then I have
buying
$60 in my account.
Fake starships in Star Citizen for thousands of dollars
Yeah,
to get
real losers.
To get
Oh, yeah.
people that
competitive
have
edge in the game.
money.
Not even competitive edge. They just want that look of ship. And what they're doing is they're limiting the amount of the virtual ships that exist, right? So there's only 10 of these
They're creating
available.
a fake supply.
Does the
True.
rating
Yeah, you're right.
of a game not kind of protect them in a way though? If a game is rated, like I don't know what CS:GO
Rated
is
M?
rated, or
Yeah.
does that protect them in a way from that?
I don't
type
think
of-
so because
No.
there's no regulation on enforcement on that either.
Australia
That is
actually
a
touched on
guidance,
that though, and they
not a
stated that any game with a
enforcement.
loot box should be rated R.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Wow. You bought stuff in game before, so I'm going to put this in a way that might make sense to you and to help you make a decision on your standpoint. Not that you may have not already gone there, but remember playing World of Warcraft and buying special mounts.
I still play World of Warcraft.
Okay, and buying a special mount that was only a limited edition or was $24.95 to buy this whatever dragon horse bird thing.
I haven't actually bought any like in-game stuff, but I have bought the special editions of expansions because of the fact that
It came with.
it came with
pet.
the extras. Yeah,
That's not really gambling,
the mount.
though, if you know.
No,
what you're
it's,
getting.
it's a
I knew
one and
what I
done.
was-
It's a,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
what it's
getting.
Yeah. So what if you didn't though? I guess.
So what if it was a chance as opposed to when you bought the collector's edition, you chance of getting that rare pet as opposed to getting the rare pet?
I wouldn't have opted for that. Getting back to what Michael said earlier about if you're going to ban the in-game stuff, then you should ban the actual stuff. And I would definitely agree with them.
All right.
For those of you who don't know,
Here we go.
what we're talking about basically is that there are various companies that operate within North America that basically are for fanboys or geeks or collectors or whatever the word that you want to use.
Collectors.
And they tailor
Doesn't like
make
that word.
Oh, that doesn't
I
apply to
like the
Ryan.
word fine. I'm just not one.
He's a curator.
He's a curator.
That's right.
As long as we keep that straight.
So I have in my hand one, and this was from Nerd-Block. Now, Nerd-Block no longer operates in Canada because they went under. And I am going to show you an example of why. I subscribed to them for a year. And the reason why I did is because most of you know by now that I collect Mr. Potato Heads, and they are very rare and hard to find. I saw an advertisement for Nerd-Block, and in every advertisement they had a Mr. Potato Head as something. So for a year subscription, 12 boxes a month, not one single fucking potato head. Not fucking one.
That's how they
You
get
gambled and lost.
So this was a special collection for Stan Lee. And it is red like Spider-Man, and it, as you can see, it's got all the spider webs and everything. And I thought, well, that'd be really cool because I would like to get. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. I've got a lot of Spider-Man stuff in the house, so I thought I'll get a chance to get a really cool Spider-Man collector's edition. Not one fucking thing for Spider-Man in this box when I opened it.
What?
Not one. Not one Spider-Man item at all.
What's in there?
Oh, I'll show you.
You can't leave the viewers hanging with what's.
A coin
Is it a
that
Spider-Man
says
thing?
Excelsior.
Okay.
It's Stan Lee. It's not
that's
Spider-Man. It's
Stan
Stan
Lee.
Lee.
An Orcania.
Orcarina.
Ocarina.
Ocarina. You know, like shit that I would never, ever, ever do. There was one thing that was kind of cool, and that was a picture of Stan Lee that I'll frame one
You
day.
can get
and
that
stick
on the
it up.
internet, Ken.
But yeah, so but as far as the other 12 Nerd-Block boxes that I got, like I said, not one Mr. Potato Head, which based on their ad showed one. And out of all the boxes, you would get they bragged that you would get 6 items, and one might have been cool that you would say, oh, that's kind of neat, right? I'll stick that on a shelf. But for the most part, It's fucking crap. Crap that you'll look at once and then throw it back in the box. Or if you know somebody that might be like a fan of it or whatever, you'll give it to. Well, how often did I open up my nerd?
I got lots of great stuff out of your stuff.
Nerd block, and we'd be out somewhere eating, and I go, one for you, and this one's for you, and that one's for you. So
Futurama and Rick and Morty stuff came my way every time. It's so great.
Yeah. We did that with Luke. When I had Luke Ray coming, we would divide up for the boys for birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. So it
these
worked
are
out well
not
in
worth
that
it,
regard.
in my opinion.
But some of that stuff ended up, you'd see it on eBay because somebody would get the rare whatever and be like, here it is, and it's $200.
Yeah.
So I'll round table this. Oh, go ahead.
Back to the topic at hand. How far do you go to say what is illegal? Like Kinder Surprise. There's a toy inside. You don't know what it is. Is that now
They're illegal in
gambling?
the States.
They're illegal in the States for what reason, though?
Because you're not supposed to have like toys. in
Right. It's a choking hazard.
Yeah.
We don't care as much up here, apparently.
We're just trying to filter out.
We
the
want our
bad
kids
there.
to die.
We believe in evolution.
We've got enough.
Maybe we just have smarter kids.
That Kinder is a buzzword for a
That's a whole
special.
other can of beans.
Do we ban the quarter machines? Do we ban, like, how far is too far?
Degradation of society.
I think, for my own personal standpoint, if you're gonna take something like virtual loot boxes and ban them, then you have to ban the rest. And the reason I say that is a lot of times I see video games come under fire for bajillions of different reasons: game addiction, gambling addiction. too
Games
much
will never
screen time.
not be under fire.
Exactly. So to me, it almost feels like they're exclusively attacking the games and ignoring everything else. And I have no idea why. I'm not going to speculate why, because I don't know. And maybe they do have a reason somewhere, but this is the exact same thing. You open it up,
So-
you can still
Because
sell
some
this for something.
senator's
That is
son
better.
can't get to the 10th level
So
on
what's
Pluto and
what's
so.
good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right.
Ban
If
the
you're
games.
if you're getting rid of it because of the gambling part, if that's gambling, then that has to go too.
I bet if
Yeah.
you chased, just to go off topic a bit, but I'll chase this one, and this is my theory. If you chased who is lobbying against the gaming market, it's people that had markets that were making money before the gaming market come along and took billions of dollars out of the economy.
Big cocaine.
Big cocaine, yeah.
Big
The
bull.
guy that's trying to ban them in the States and put the bill in is claiming to be a free market kind of guy,
Really
banning loot boxes.
odd, very odd.
Very odd.
He probably just rage quit a game.
All right, so we'll round table this. Loot boxes, crates. Where do you stand?
Look, if you're going to be a gambling addict, you're going to be a gambling addict from the day you popped out of the womb, as far as I'm concerned. Same with alcoholism and everything else. You have it. You're that type of personality, regardless. So at some point in your life, you're going to find something to be addicted to. So if you take it out of games, fine. I don't care. But that kid that's 10 playing that game, if he has the potential to be addicted to gambling, okay, he won't be addicted to it playing this video game, but later on in life when he buys his first scratcher, he's going to get there.
Yeah.
So you may save him early in life. Maybe you'll save a few early enough that they don't end up addicted. I don't think the percentage is going to be that big. I think it's the job of the parents to, lock that stuff down. What are your kids doing?
Well, they'll get tired too of, I need $10. What for? So I can get this pony that has rockets.
Hey, let me make it clear. The $2 he spent to get the $60 gun, that was his money.
I earned that.
So where do you stand on it?
I'm anti-loot crate. I don't really care about the gambling side of it. Just I don't think it's a fun mechanic. I don't believe it belongs in video games, which is supposed to be entertainment. I mean, that's a personal opinion. I can understand that some people do enjoy it. That's fine, but I'm against it.
I enjoy getting the item. How I get it doesn't matter. If I have to open a couple boxes to get it, I have to open a couple boxes. But if I can purchase it on its own, like I did in Destiny the other day, I much prefer that.
I think it's a cool idea, but the second you introduce actual currency is when it becomes an issue. So, like, I don't think we should ban loot boxes, but I think we should ban, like, microtransactions within games in general, and that would cover that. So I don't have a problem with, like, gaining ability points to buy, loot boxes. But when you introduce actual money is when that's the line.
Yeah.
So
I think we know where you stand. What about you?
Take the currency away from it, and yeah, it's no different in any game. If you, for lack of a better word, if you grind to get an item, and you have to do it over and over and over and over again, in order for your drop or whatever. That's part of the gaming mechanics, I guess. But to actually have to shell out money in order to get it.
After buying a game, too,
Yeah.
usually.
I'm
that's
so
a bit much.
not for buying a game more than once.
Yeah.
Like that's why WoW turns me off so much, because if I buy a game, I want to be able to play the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't-
Never
and
have
then
to pay for the
subscribe to
game.
play it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that turned me off from WoW was the fact that it kept changing. The game that I liked kept changing to a game I didn't like while I was paying for it.
Well, changing how you play it as well too. One month your character can do this. No, we can't do this on this time, and
Yeah,
I
'cause
still
it's
enjoy it.
online, so you can change anything at any
I
time.
don't play every day, but it is my escape.
Yeah.
My
No,
little
I'm
chance
not.
to-
I guess I'm not a loot box fan, but I'm kind of like you. I don't think. I don't play the games that have it in it, and I would refuse to spend real currency on anything in a game anyhow, apart from buying the game or subscribing to a service. But apart from that, I'm not into spending real money on in-game items ever. It's just not been a thing for me.
It's interesting because I actually am pro microtransaction, because some of the games that I do enjoy playing are free to play,
But have my
and they fund themselves entirely on microtransactions, and those microtransactions are all cosmetic.
Would you rather pay for the
But
game
you know what
and
you're
not
going to
have
get when you shell the money out.
No, I wouldn't. Like I say, I have no problems with people spending their money to make their character look away, or
Right.
have
But
a
if it
different color
increases
effect.
their abilities and
If it
skills,
increases their abilities and skills, I don't play that game. Pay to win is different than free to play.
Oh, absolutely.
okay.
I believe Activision actually has a patent on that, like pay to get a better item type deal.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't believe they've actually implemented it properly in anything just of yet, but I know they have an actual patent on it.
You know what's cooler than Activision? Television.